All right, let's now cross over to Kakamega, where our reporter Willie Lusige is on standby with some leaders reacting to the new 16% value-added tax on petroleum products. Lusige, it's good to be talking to you.
Zinzi, actually what happened in the course of this week, on Thursday we saw a High Court in Bungoma suspend a decision by Treasury to implement 16% value-added tax on fuel products, and this was in regard into what is he termed as, during the ruling, he termed that there was a petition which had been filed by 3 Kisumu resident, and that petition was still pending. So he had suspended that decision, and that ruling in court actually has brought on board a lot of confusion. The locals do not know what will happen. Even leaders have also been divided. Maybe what is the next action in regard to that 16% value-added tax on fuel products? And today we have seen a large number of Western region leaders speak in regard to that issue. And in one of the statements a moment ago, the leader of Ford Kenya, Moses Wetangula, has spoken, and he has really concerned the government on why they have not respected the ruling in Bungoma Court to suspend that 16% value addition tax on fuel products. And now we want to speak also with other leaders from Western region. Let me speak first with the senator of Kakamega. Maybe what is your take on that decision by Bungoma High Court, and what do you think is the best solution in regard to the current state of fuel prices in the country?
Thank you, Lusige. I think the 2010 promulgated constitution clearly separated powers between the three arms of the government. The judiciary is independent, and we need to strengthen the constitutional bodies that we enshrined in the constitution. When the Bungoma High Court gave interim orders to stop the implementation of the 16% of the VAT on petroleum products, it is wise enough and it's constitutionally right for the CS to obey court orders. Recently, you saw Parliament also made amendments on the same bill. It would have been prudent enough for the CS to feel the pressure from the common mwananchi and to understand where the country is going and implement the court orders.
And we saw yesterday the ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi also concerned that maybe members of parliament slept on their job when they agreed to pass the bill in 2013. Maybe what is your take in regard to that?
I think the dynamics there were different, but what we are saying, we need a solution for this. We need to be solution-oriented. We, as leaders, we should not be lamenting every time. I think the best way forward is today, as the president jets into the country, we urge him to go straight to the State House and ascend to the amended bill, because Kenyans are suffering, prices are shooting up, even food prices, transport prices are shooting up just because of the 16% VAT which has been added on petroleum products.
Before I come to you and we wind up, let me, Zinzi, also speak to a man of God. Maybe you can tell us what is your take in the current living standards, and also we have seen the prices of fuel go higher. Maybe your people, because you speak closely to the people in charge, what is their concern, and maybe what do you think is the best solution to that?
For us as people of Western, we are very much disappointed with what's happening. And we go back to the Bible, and you'll see that Israelites went to the second exile in Babylon because of not respecting the law of God. God had given them the 10 commandments they were to follow. By breaking the laws, they ended up being in exile. And that's what our government is doing. When they ruled, the High Court ruled against the 16%, I think the best thing was the government should follow that. And the common mwananchi could live very well. But right now, look at the people. People are suffering because everything that we do protect about the petroleum, be it supply, be it transport, be it everything. So the only way our leader can come in and say, yes, we respect the rule of law, then reduce the petroleum so that the common mwananchi can live very well. We elect them for this, to cut us, not to cut themselves, not to take everything that is on the take for themselves, but to make sure that they obey the rule of law, at the same time defend the common mwananchi who elected them.
And maybe as a church, what have you done maybe to see maybe in regard to this value-added tax? Maybe do you want it to be stopped, to be suspended? And what have you done as a church?
For us, what we can do is we want the government to respect the rule of law first. Then secondly, even during Mass, I've been concentrating my people that we have to choose the right leader, the leader who have the image of the common mwananchi in their mind. We want a leader who can understand And I'm very happy we have one of the leader here, whom I've seen him growing. Then he come to be a MCA, and then he's a senator. I think he understands. And what he has said, that is the voice of the church, that's the voice of we Christians, because it belongs to us. Apart from being a politician, he's also our Christian. And he's crying not as a politician, but as also a Christian.
As we wind up, Bwana Senator, we have had also calls from Western region leaders that you want Constitution's amendment before 2022. What does it entail, and why do you think that we should change the Constitution before 2022?
I think after every electioneering season, we've had bloodshed. We've had conflict, tribal conflicts. And therefore, the only way that we can have a sustainable solution towards embracing cohesion and integration in our country, first is to relook at the Constitution. Let us have a constitutional audit so that we look at those sections which are dividing us more as a country. And the most important thing in the constitutional amendment, I believe, is the issue of exclusivity. Exclusivity, the issue that is dividing, and therefore we shall be moving amendments to the Constitution to ensure that all tribes are included in the leadership of this country.
Thank you, Bwana Senator. Because of time, I have to cut you short. But you can see, Zinzi, locals here are still concerned about the ruling by a high court in Bungoma on Thursday this week, which suspended the decision by the Treasury to implement the new fuel levy. So we'll be keeping an eye maybe to see what will happen, which actions they'll be taking, and maybe the president might also address the issue as he gets back to the country today. Zinzi?
Willie Lusige there with comments of what some people think and leaders of the 16% value-added tax on petroleum products. Now let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back from this, we still have a lot more for you. Stay with us. This is Weekend at 1. We'll be right back.